Hey explorers and mystery lovers, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, get ready because today we're heading to the edge of the world, Antarctica. This isn't just a frozen wasteland at the bottom of the map. It's a land of secrets, a icy vault hiding some of the wildest, weirdest, and most jaw-dropping mysteries our planet has to offer. We're talking ancient secrets locked in ice, bizarre creatures defying the odds, lost history that could rewrite the books, and even cosmic clues tying this frigid continent to the stars. So grab a warm drink, settle in, and let's peel back the layers of Antarctica's enigma together. By the end, you'll see this frozen frontier as way more than just snow and penguins. It's a puzzle box begging to be cracked. Let's start with the basics, because even the ground rules here are mind-blowing. Antarctica is the fifth largest continent, sprawling over 14 million square kilometers. Bigger than Australia or Europe, but 99% of it is buried under ice that's been piling up for millions of years. That ice sheet averages 1.9 kilometers thick, but in spots, it plunges down 4 kilometers deep, enough to swallow skyscrapers whole. Beneath all that lies a hidden world, jagged mountains, sprawling valleys, even buried lakes, some of which haven't seen daylight in eons. The air's so dry it's technically a desert. Less than 200 millimeters of precipitation a year, most of it snow, and temperatures can plummet to minus 89 degrees Celsius, the coldest ever recorded on Earth, back in 1983 at Russia's Vostok station. It's so brutal that nothing grows here naturally. No trees, no grass, just ice and rock stretching to the horizon. Yet this frozen giant holds 60% of the planet's fresh water, locked up in that ice. If it all melted, sea levels would jump 60 meters, drowning coastlines worldwide. Antarctica is not just remote, it's a titan shaping Earth's fate. Now, how'd we even find this place? The history's a roller coaster and it's wilder than you think. Long before anyone saw it, ancient Greeks, like Ptolemy, guessed there had to be a southern land to balance the northern continents. Terra Australis Incognita, the unknown southern land. Fast forward to the 1770s, and Captain James Cook gets close, circling the Southern Ocean but never spotting the icy shore. Just 150 kilometers shy in 1773. It's not till January 27, 1820, that Russian explorers Fabian Bellingshausen and Mikhail Lazarev officially sight it, though some argue British sailor Edward Bransfield beat them by 3 days. Either way, Antarctica stayed a ghost continent for decades. Too harsh, too far for anyone to care much. That changes in the early 1900s with the heroic age of exploration. Guys like Roald Amundsen, who hits the South Pole in 1911, and Ernest Shackleton, whose endurance gets crushed by ice in 1915, turn it into a proving ground for guts and glory. Their tales, frostbitten toes, near starvation, make it a legend. But they barely scratch the surface of its secrets. Speaking of secrets, let's dive into science because Antarctica's ice is a time machine. Drill into it and you're pulling up air bubbles trapped for hundreds of thousands of years. Some samples go back 800,000 years, locked in cores from places like Dome C. Each layer's a snapshot, carbon dioxide levels, temperatures, even dust from ancient volcanoes. Scientists read these like a diary, piecing together Earth's climate history. Here's the kicker. Those cores show we're living in a warm blip. Ice ages dominated the last million years, and Antarctica's ice tracked it all. Spikes of methane from prehistoric swamps, ash from eruptions half a world away. One core from 1993 hit a layer with beryllium-10, a rare isotope tied to cosmic rays, hinting the sun's magnetic shield weakened 400,000 years ago, bathing Earth in star stuff. It's not just old weather, it's a cosmic archive, whispering how space and Earth dance together. That ice hides more than data, though. Nature's got some freaky surprises down there. Picture Lake Vostok, a freshwater giant the size of Lake Ontario, sealed under 4 kilometers of ice for 15 million years. Discovered in the 1990s, it's one of 400 subglacial lakes dotting Antarctica, kept liquid by geothermal heat and the ice's crushing pressure. When Russian scientists drilled into Vostok in 2012, they found DNA hints of bacteria, crustaceans, maybe even fish. Life cut off from the surface since before humans existed. Some think extremophiles down there could mirror life on icy moons like Europa, making Vostok a testing ground for alien hunts. Then there's the Blood Falls, a rusty red ooze seeping from Taylor Glacier. First spotted in 1911, it's not blood, but iron-rich brine from a trapped saltwater pocket, oxidizing as it hits air. Microbes thrive in that salty hell, a million years old. No sunlight, no oxygen, just raw survival. Antarctica's not dead. It's a petri dish of the impossible. Let's shift to history again because Antarctica's got a lost civilization vibe that's hard to shake. Ever heard of Piri Reis? He's this Ottoman admiral from the 1500s who drew a map in 1513, way before Cook or Bellingshausen. It shows Antarctica's coast ice-free with uncanny detail, mountains, rivers, stuff we only found later with radar. How? Some say it's from ancient sources, maybe a seafaring culture 6,000 years ago when the ice might have retreated. Skeptics argue it's just South America misdrawn, but the debate's juicy. Could someone have mapped this frozen waste millennia before we did? Then there's Operation High Jump, a U.S. Navy mission in 1946. They sent 4,700 troops, 13 ships, planes galore, officially to train in cold climates. Conspiracy buffs swear it was to hunt Nazi bases or UFOs, citing weird radio chatter and a supposed clash with unknown craft. No proof, but the scale of it, right after World War II, raises eyebrows. Antarctica's past feels like a book with half the pages torn out. Now let's talk space, because this icy desert's a window to the cosmos. The South Pole's got the cleanest air on Earth. Dry, cold, no light pollution, perfect for staring at the stars. That's why they built the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory, finished in 2010. It's a kilometer cubed of ice rigged with 5,000 sensors, buried deep to catch neutrinos, ghostly particles from supernovas, black holes, even the Big Bang. In 2013, IceCube nabbed its first high-energy neutrinos from outside our galaxy, some packing 1,000,000 times more punch than particles from our sun. It's like a cosmic fishnet, snagging clues about dark matter or ancient explosions. Then there's the Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna, or ANITA, a balloon experiment lofted since 26. It's caught bizarre radio signals, particles bursting up from the ice not down from space. Some whisper parallel universes, others bet on rare physics. Either way, Antarctica's a stargazer's dream, tying Earth to the infinite. Technology's all over this place too, robots and gizmos peeling back its veil. Take the Autonomous Underwater Vehicle, RAN, deployed in 2019. It swam under the Ross Ice Shelf, mapping a hidden ocean world, currents, critters, ice melt patterns, stuff we'd never see otherwise. Or the BedMap project, using radar to chart the bedrock beneath the ice. In 2011, it revealed Gamburtsev Mountains, a range as big as the Alps, buried for 34 million years, preserved like a fossil landscape. Scientists think it's where Antarctica's ice began, a nucleation point from a warmer past. And don't sleep on drones. Since 2015, they've buzzed over penguin colonies, spotting new ones from above, doubling our counts. Tech's turning this frozen riddle into a data goldmine, inch by inch. Nature's not done surprising us, either. Antarctica's a graveyard and a nursery rolled into one. Fossils here go nuts. 90-million-year-old rainforests with tree ferns, found in 2020 cores, prove it was once a swampy Eden when dinosaurs roamed. A plesiosaur skeleton from 2018, 70 million years back, hints at sea monsters in ancient waters. Then, there's the modern weirdness. Emperor penguins diving 500 meters to feed, their blood hoarding oxygen like champs, or Weddell seals singing eerie trills underwater, recorded in 2017. But the creepiest? Microbes in Lake Willans, another subglacial pool, chowing on rock dust 800 meters down, no light, no air, just chemistry. Life here laughs at limits, and it's got astrobiologists drooling. Could Mars or Enceladus host cousins to these survivors? History swings back with a mystery that's pure intrigue, the Endurance wreck. Shackleton's ship sank in 1915, trapped in the Weddell Sea's ice. For over a century it was lost, until 2022, when a submersible found it 3,000 meters down, pristine, like a time capsule. The wood's intact, gears scattered, even a flare gun still lying there. It's not just a ship, it's a relic of human grit, a snapshot of when Antarctica tested our limits and won. Then, there's the 1959 Antarctic Treaty, a Cold War miracle. 12 nations agreed to freeze territorial claims, no pun intended, and ban military stuff, making it a science haven. Today, 54 countries sign on, but whispers of secret bases or resource grabs linger. Antarctica's a chessboard where history's still playing out. Psychologically, this place messes with us big time. Isolation studies at stations like Concordia, where it's dark for 4 months straight, show humans adapt but fray. In 2019, a doc there tracked brain changes. Parts tied to memory and space shrank from monotony, like the mind's starving for variety. Yet there's awe too. Psych folks call it the overview effect, light. Standing on endless ice, you feel tiny but connected, a speck in something vast. Early explorers wrote of hallucinations, snow turning to faces, blamed on cold, hunger, or the sheer alienness. It's a pressure cooker for our psyche, revealing how we bend under extremes and crave the unknown. Space ties in again with meteorites. Antarctica is a cosmic junkyard. The ice traps them. Dark rocks stick out on white, preserved by cold. Since the 1970s, teams have bagged over 200, some from Mars or the Moon. A 1984 find, Alhite 4001, sparked a frenzy. Tiny structures inside looked like fossil bacteria, though most now say it's just chemistry. Still, each rock's a postcard from space, flung here millions of years ago, waiting in the ice. And get this, the East Antarctic ice sheets got a crater, spotted in 2019 via satellite, 500 kilometers wide. Maybe an asteroid 800 million years back? It's a cosmic scar, hinting Earth's dance with the stars left marks even here. Technology's pushing deeper. Think Icefin, a torpedo bot from 2020 swimming under Thwaites Glacier, the doomsday slab. It's melting fast, shedding billions of tons yearly, and Icefin's cameras caught warm water carving it from below. If Thwaites goes, it's 5 meters of sea rise, game over for Miami. Sensors on seals. Yep, seals. Since 2014, track ocean shifts. 2, their dives feeding climate models. And radar planes, flying since the 1990s, map ice flow, spotting weak spots. Antarctica's not static. It's a lab, warning us what's coming. Nature's finale? The dry valleys, Antarctica's desert within a desert. No snow, just rock and dust, scoured by katabatic winds hitting 320 kilometers an hour. Mummified seals, dead 2,000 years, lie there, freeze-dried like time stopped. A 2016 study found microbes in the soil, eating traces of ancient carbon, survivors in a Martian twinscape. Then there's the Southern Ocean around it. Krill central, feeding whales, penguins, seals. A 2023 survey says warming's thinning that food chain, rippling up. Antarctica's a pulse point. Life here echoes Earth's health. Historically, one last gem, the 1916 Shackleton rescue. After Endurance sank, he sailed 1,300 kilometers in a lifeboat across the wildest seas to South Georgia, then hiked a glacier to save his crew. No one died, a miracle of will. It's Antarctica's human epic, a tale of defiance against a land that doesn't care. Today, February 22nd, 2025, it's still that, a frozen enigma, hoarding science, history, nature, space, tech, and psyche twists. From ice cores to neutrinos, lost maps to robot subs. It's Earth's last riddle, daring us to solve it. Hit like, stick around, and let's keep chasing the wild unknown together. See you next time.